Welcome back. We're about 48 hours from our significant and potentially historic winter storm coming our way to the Carolinas. It's hard to believe that we only get snow about once every 7 years, and now we're getting 2 years in a row where we get snow, sort of around the same time of year, too. Right now, we've got a winter storm watch in effect for everybody in the Carolinas. This will likely be upgraded to a winter storm warning within the next 12 to 24 hours, basically saying that 1 to 2 inches of snow is expected at least everywhere in the Carolinas. You see they've already got a winter storm warning up there in the pink for some parts of eastern Tennessee and the Appalachian Mountains. The brunt of this storm is going to come through during the night, overnight Saturday and then into Sunday morning. Now, we could see snow begin to develop in the upstate and the western Carolinas Friday night, but the most of this event is going to come through during the day on Saturday and then especially Saturday night, and that's when we're going to get the heaviest snow totals right along the immediate coastline and then up into eastern North Carolina, where they are definitely going to see snow totals upwards of maybe a foot of snow. So definitely looking like it's going to be historic. There's also some cons to this is that it could damage the infrastructure. There could be power lines down, trees down because of this. That on top of the ice storm that we had last weekend, some people are still recovering from that as well. So here's what the snowfall models are looking like as of now. Again, everybody is within the range of 3 to 8 inches. Don't really focus in on the exact numbers for each town, but do know that the consensus of this is going to be in southeastern and east central North Carolina, but that does mean that parts of eastern South Carolina are going to be seeing snow totals upwards of 3 to 5, maybe even 6 inches of snow. Yesterday I showed you this map and the low country was just out of it. Now it's looking like places like downtown Charleston might get in on 1 to 2, upwards of 4 inches of snow. There's still a big uncertainty in how much snow is going to fall in the low country, and it's all because of what I mentioned yesterday. This tight gradient of where the snow line ends turns from rain to snow. We're thinking that's mainly going to be in Georgia, where they are going to see mainly rain with a little bit of snow, but the heaviest of the snow will definitely fall in southeastern and east central North Carolina. A lot of folks yesterday and today are asking me about the upstate, places like Greenville, Spartanburg, and Clemson. Those places typically get the most snow out of these events. Today it's actually going to be, or this time rather, it's going to be in the eastern Carolinas. While the upstate will still see several inches of snow, and they are still recovering from that historic ice storm we had last weekend, there is the potential that they see a couple inches of snow out of this as well. The only place in the Carolinas that might not see any snow at all would be the extreme southern low country, places near Savannah, say around Hilton Head, Ridgeland, Hardyville, places in Jasper and Beaufort counties, but still, it is going to be extremely cold everywhere you go. And look at Sunday morning. The models have trended even colder. This is the National Weather Service forecast, so this isn't just an outlying weather model. This is what the experts are forecasting. The feels like temperature Sunday morning, the temperature combined with the wind gusts below zero for many places in the Carolinas. This isn't unheard of, but it is certainly rare. Look at this. The feels like temperature Sunday morning below zero in the negatives for places like Columbia, upwards into Greenville, Rock Hill, and Cheraw, and even at the coast, we are seeing feels like temperatures in the single digits to around 10 degrees. So it is going to be bitterly cold, so there's just about no chance of any snow melting during the day on Sunday, and most likely not in the day on Monday either. We're likely going to see that coming up later in the week. So if you're not good with maps, here's a look at the timeline of the winter storm. Again, the brunt of the snow is mainly going to fall during the day Saturday and then especially Saturday night. That's when we're going to get the most of the snow. We're not really looking in the way of sleet, ice, or freezing rain, although the ice chance is going to increase after the weekend when we get into Monday and Tuesday, just because the snow is going to be ending and we're going to be left with sunshine, and therefore temperatures are going to be rising during the afternoon and then refreezing at night. So we could be seeing black ice during the morning time, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even going into Wednesday. And then the extreme cold is definitely going to be there all throughout the weekend and then going into next week. Again, this cold is not unheard of for this area, but it is extremely rare. We could be seeing temperatures. We haven't seen temperatures this cold, or at least feels like temperatures this cold, in about 8 years, since 2018 was the last time anywhere in South Carolina, especially Columbia, saw feels like temperatures below zero. All right, so here we go. Tomorrow is the last quiet day. Then we get into Saturday. You'll be lucky if you get above freezing during the day Saturday. Again, there's going to be no chance of even rain falling. This is just going to be snow, heavy snow at times in the Carolinas. Overnight temperatures Saturday night and Sunday night are going to be 13 degrees, and this is for downtown Columbia. So you know places that are typically warmer adjusted up a few degrees. Temperatures that typically get colder, say in the upstate, could even be in the single digits for low temperatures, what feels like temperatures getting below zero. And then we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We get sunshine. High temperatures are in the 40s, so we're going to see snow melting during the daytime. But notice overnight temperatures are going to remain in the 20s, so we're going to get that refreeze, and that's what's going to cause that black ice on the roadways, and especially in some of the shadowy, shady areas that are typically shady, they are going to start seeing snow last longer than areas that typically get sunshine. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we start to warm up, if you will, into the mid 40s. And so the snow should be gone by the middle and end of next week. It's just the weekend and the first couple days of next week, we really have to watch out for significant and historic impacts. So again, there's a lot to iron out. We'll probably do another broadcast right here, same time tomorrow, and give you the final call on what we think is going to happen. So again, a lot to iron out here across the Carolinas, but hopefully you get out there and get to enjoy some of this nice wet snow we're seeing throughout the weekend.